Maybe to an extent she wants to prove herself to herself, or she just wants to show people that there could be another way to do things. So I own this space. I'm a boss lady, because I don't like to describe myself by social constructs. We should all look out for each other in the gym. Please wear some perspiration. These are the sort of women you go on their Instagram and you will see all the flags, a lot of flags of the world. In the way she talks and she commands attention, she comes into a room and you just know that somebody has stepped into the space.
Please subscribe, I'm hungry.
Okay, let us film this video. Okay. Hey Bambi, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. In today's video, I will be bringing you fragrances for every woman. This list was particularly difficult to put together because human beings shouldn't be put in a box. There's so many diverse aspects to people. I'm of the school of thought that different people bring out different aspects to us. Different people bring out different aspects to me. My values are ultimately the same, but you can meet different people and they might tell you different things about me depending on how long they've known me for and what aspects of myself that I have revealed to them. With this video, I'm not aiming to put women in a box. Rather, what I'm trying to do here is, because there's so many aspects to us as women or as people, I think there are also certain fragrances that bring out certain sides to us. It's not like I'm saying this sort of woman must wear this type of fragrance and this is the only fragrance she should wear. These different fragrances could bring out the different sides to you as a person. So if that's something you're interested in, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Hello, oh yeah, it's me.
I am very excited about this video. Okay, so let's start off with the stay-at-home woman. This is the soft woman who likes gardening, who likes her space, who's got a certain feng shui in her space, a certain aesthetic. She likes her things a certain way. She likes her baths. She likes her food. When she's in her space, her home is her safe space. Sometimes this woman could end up also evolving to become a stay-at-home mom. So the fragrance that makes me feel most like when I'm at home and brings out that relaxed side of me, makes me feel clean, fresh, especially because I like my home to always be clean, crisp. I like things done a certain way. I like things being kept in a certain place. I'm that sort of person that if you touch my stuff, I know you have moved it. The fragrance that makes me feel most like that is Dolce Garden. I tend to wear this fragrance around the house a lot. If I find it very clean, it's got coconut in it, it's quite floral, it's quite easy, it's got vanilla, it's sweet, it's coconutty. A lot of clean products, shampoos you find have got that coconut flavor, or creams have coconut flavor in them. I just find it very easy on the nose. It's not too strong. At home you want to be relaxed, and there are some fragrances that wake you up. There are some fragrances that when you wear they just make you know that you're in work mode. With this one, I feel like it sort of calms me down, it switches me off. It's not a lavender fragrance, and I know that most times when people think of home, when people think relaxed, they think lavender. You could have lavender in like your bath gel, you could have lavender in like your sheet spray. I've got a pillow spray, for example. But if you want a fragrance that will make you feel very relaxed in your home, Dolce Garden is a really nice one to go for. Nice! The next fragrance I'll be talking about, the next sort of woman, is the adventurous and traveling woman. They're both sort of like the same, because I think for you to be adventurous, you travel. For you to travel, yeah, you might not be necessary. Yeah, well, they kind of link into each other. The traveling woman who likes her holidays, who likes to explore different aspects of the world. Most times this woman views herself as a cosmopolitan. She views herself as a citizen of the world. This woman is such an explorer that she doesn't even have to wait for people before she explores the world. Her heart is always, her mind is always on the move. She's always looking for the next thing and the next place to explore. These are the sort of women you go on their Instagram and you will see all the flags, a lot of flags of the world. I'm sure you probably have that sort of person in your friend group. I've got one in my friend group. The fragrance I would recommend is Constantinople from Penhaligon's. The reason is because I just recently found out that the reason for the hot air balloons on the Constantinople packaging is due to the fact that Williams Penhaligon's, there's talk about him having traveled by hot air balloon. That was why I selected this fragrance, not necessarily because of the smell or anything, but because of the history to the fragrance as well. The fact that the perfumer William Penhaligon was an explorer, he used to travel, and that's the whole packaging of this fragrance has got a link to that. Constantinople is a really nice, easy, sort of spicy fragrance, especially if you're a traveler. You know, you might get somewhere, it might be a hot continent or it might be cold. I think this fragrance is so versatile that it can work in both hot and cold climates, and that was why I selected Constantinople for the traveling woman. on to the Adventurous Woman, which is sort of in the same category as the Traveling Woman. I selected Blue Turquoise from the House of Armani. This is Armani Privé, the private line. The reason I selected this fragrance is because when I think of the adventurer, I think of somebody who likes the outdoors. I think of somebody who will not mind a bit of glamping or camping. I think of somebody who really is curious about the world that she lives in. I think of somebody who really wants to understand why things work the way they work. This is somebody who would have probably been recruited into NASA but has not gone that far. Probably the woman who would not mind jumping out of the plane. Probably the woman who would not mind spending some time on a mountain. Probably the woman who doesn't mind hiking. The adventurous type of woman would be the woman that I would definitely recommend Blue Turquoise to, and that's because this fragrance is very green. It's very outdoorsy in my opinion. It sort of reminds you of nature. If you're not the sort of person who likes wet grass, if you're not the sort of person who likes greenery, a lot of greenery, this will not go with you. But if you're an adventurer, you're always in the park, you're always in the woods, you're always in the forest, you're that sort of person who likes that sort of environment, this fragrance will definitely work really well. So if you're the adventurous woman or you want to explore that side of you a bit more, Blue Turquoise is definitely the fragrance to go for. The next woman I want to talk about is the non-traditional woman. I actually describe myself as a non-traditional woman by current world standards, because I don't like to describe myself by social constructs, because I think they're ever changing and ever evolving. But by what you will define a non-traditional woman to be, you know, a woman in a non-traditional role, I kind of put myself there a bit. The non-traditional woman is a woman who doesn't do things the conventional way. When people are going this way, she wants to go the other way. Maybe to an extent she wants to prove herself to herself, or she just wants to show people that there could be another way to do things. This woman is very unpredictable, because with people like this, you don't know where they are going. So the woman in the non-traditional role, I will recommend Siren too. Siren is the latest fragrance that has come into my collection, and it's such a mystical, unpredictable fragrance. And that's because whilst the packaging is very soft and girly and feminine, the fragrance in itself is the exact opposite. It's very sweet, it's very woody, it's very dark and mystical. There's just something different about the fragrance. The packaging and the inside of this fragrance, they're not the same, and that's most times a woman in the non-traditional role. People see her and think, oh, she's soft, she might not be able to do it, and then she comes and then she shocks everyone. So if you're that sort of woman, or you're trying to tap into that side of yourself a bit more, then Siren is definitely the fragrance for you. The next woman I want to talk about is the boss lady. This woman is an achiever. Being a boss is not about being in an office and doing a job, and because you're a CEO or director, everybody always thinks for you to be a boss, you have to be like a director, a senior executive, a manager, or own your thing and have people report to you. When I think of a boss lady, I think of somebody who's got vision, who's got people who believe in where she's going and believe in what she's doing. She's the sort of woman who believes in herself as well. It's in the way she carries herself, it's in the way she sees herself, it's in the way she talks and she commands attention. She comes into a room and you just know that somebody has stepped into the space. If that's an aspect of yourself you want to tap a bit more into, that confident, I'm a boss lady, then you want to try out Oud Bouquet from the House of Lancôme. This is from the Lancôme private line. This fragrance is a mix between rose and oud, and I love it because it's quite bold and strong, but at the same time it's got this sweetness and floral to it, which makes it quite feminine at the same time. I think this is a very statement making fragrance. Oud Bouquet is just a stunning fragrance, really strong, really bold, but yet has got that feminine aspect to it. Definitely recommend this fragrance if that is an aspect of yourself that you're trying to tap into, that boss lady, chic, I know what I'm doing place. Oud Bouquet is definitely the fragrance for you. Finally on the list today is the sporty, athletic, active woman. Most times this woman has an Apple Watch because she's counting her steps, she's counting her calories, she eats healthy, she has got a gym membership, she's probably part of a walking group. She's just very fit. Very fit, very about her looks, very conscious about her body composition. This is the sort of woman that can talk to you all day about protein intakes, calorie deficit. This is the active woman who is always on the move. And I picked this fragrance for this woman because this is the fragrance that I wear to the gym. Of all the fragrances in my collection, this is the one I feel most comfortable wearing to the gym, and I find that it energizes me when I go to the gym. And this is L'Impératrice from the House of Dolce & Gabbana. This fragrance is very It's very fruity, very fresh. It's got watermelon in it. It's very easy on the nose, very light, very easy to wear. Nothing too strong, nothing too overpowering, but at the same time it keeps me very fresh throughout when I'm in the gym, because some people be going to the gym and literally almost wanting to ruin other people's nostrils. I don't think that's fair. We should all look out for each other in the gym. Please wear some perspirant, please throw on some perfume, put something on. I think necessarily that when you're very active you need very strong perfumes, because sometimes they mix with all that sweat and they don't come out smelling nice. I think gym fragrances, when you're having high intense activity, you need something very simple but something very fresh, something very easy as well. You don't want that fragrance in your head and it's then fighting, you know. You just don't want something too harsh. So for the active, athletic, sporty woman, I would definitely recommend L'Impératrice from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. That is my list for today. Go ahead and let me know if there's any other sort of woman or any other side to woman that you want me to talk about, or fragrance that you want me to recommend. I will be very happy to do that in the comment section. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Like, share and subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Till I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi and bye.